That's why the scripture said the mirth of the tabernacle ceases. That all that noise of jollity and happiness is gone. Them good old days is gone. The noise of them that rejoiceth endeth. All that happy days, old happy days is fucking gone.
Home celebrations turned into chaos following last night's NBA Finals game in Denver, where the Nuggets won their first championship in team history. 9 people were injured in a mass shooting in what police believe could be linked to a drug deal gone wrong. Karen Morfitt from our CBS Denver station reports one of the 2 suspects was also wounded.
The Denver Nuggets can finally call themselves NBA champions.
After the Denver Nuggets clinched their first NBA championship over the Miami Heat last night, thousands of fans poured into the streets to celebrate. But around 12:30 a.m., jubilation quickly turned into terror after a gunman opened fire following an altercation between several individuals. Denver police could be seen running toward the gunfire.
Multiple gunshot wounds, 2000 block of Market Street.
Officials say 9 people were shot. They were all taken to an area hospital, and they're expected to survive their injuries.
We're able to triage these patients, identify which were the most seriously injured, and get them rapidly to the operating room.
Police say at least 20 rounds were fired, 2 suspects were arrested, and at least 5 guns were recovered, as well as bags of fentanyl pills. Police believe the shooting may have been connected to a drug deal.
It certainly does appear to have been a drug nexus. There were quantities of cash. There was a large amount of drugs.
The Denver shooting is now the 291st mass shooting in the United States so far this year.
It only took moments for a city full of Super Bowl joy to be overcome with grief.
We became part of a statistic of too many Americans, those who have experienced a mass shooting.
Wednesday was supposed to be a party. Schools closed, with almost 1 million people expected downtown to celebrate the back-to-back Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs.
Kansas City, let me hear you one time!
Right after the parade and rally, officials say someone started shooting. Video obtained by TMZ Sports appears to show the moments gunfire erupted. Some in the crowd fleeing as police rushed in. At least 1 person was killed, identified overnight as local radio DJ Lisa Lopez Galvan. More than 20 wounded, some seriously. Among those hurt, at least 11 children, ranging from 6 to 15 years old.
Something that was supposed to be so joyful just turned so quickly, and you can see some strollers out here.
Some of the team's star players taking to social media. Patrick Mahomes writing, praying for Kansas City, while Travis Kelce said he was heartbroken.
Okay, shalom, shalom. As always, I want to start this video by giving all glory, honor, and thanks to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son for this wisdom and knowledge. That is Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Avrakah Kodash, as well as the double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS Great Millstone, whom I learned this truth from, and a shalom to the rest of the elders in Akim around the globe, bringing this word out within sincerity, truth, and diligence. I got this titled Mirth to Misery. To start off, you heard the elder Amawan Gabar, his channel GMS Awakening. I was just listening to a couple hours ago, speaking on the mirth of this place, America, the happy fun time, the spirit of joy being turned to misery. And he was bringing that out in Isaiah the 24th chapter. Let's look up the definition of mirth. It says amusement, especially as expressed in laughter. And we look up some of those synonyms or similar words. It says high spirits, cheeriness, cheerfulness, joyfulness. And then the opposite of that down here, gloom, misery. And that's what America is more evident each day, especially in this decade of the 2020s. This was never heard about when I was a kid growing up. Parades, especially in Boston, growing up in the 2000s in Boston, where there's a lot of championships, even though a lot of these sports are rigged, nonetheless, and scripted. It would be crazy hearing about a parade getting shot up, but whether this is, I've heard rumblings that this could have been staged or one of Esau's tools of witchcraft, because we know that this devil wants to de-arm the citizens before he comes down with great wrath. Nonetheless, the mirth is over. You can't go to no type of a public event without worry about getting shot up, getting stabbed, some type of a madness coming down. You got people still four damn years later wearing a mask on their face. This shit is crazy, and it just shows you, like the elder was going in, that the happy fun time good old days of Babylon the Great are through. That shit is over with, and it's actually on our side of the fence, especially coming into this truth learning under the beloved elders in Akim of GMS Las Vegas. For them, that the men, double honors to the elders and apostles that have been laboring much longer than me. This has got to bring much joy to see, all that labor wasn't in vain. The beloved elders must have encountered countless scoffers, but now the shit ain't so funny no more. What the men of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai have been saying are clear as day now, and getting brighter and brighter. And the scoffers and the people that Babylon the Great America, living in a spirit of mirth, of joyfulness, of pride and cheer, that shit is now turning to gloom and misery. This is going to be Ecclesiastes 7 chapter starting at verse 2. It is better to go in the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools. For as the crackling of thorns under a pot, so is the laughter of a fool. This is also vanity. So it is better to be, when brothers is linked up, whether it be in the flesh or through the unicorn, through the internet, that's a house of mourning. Because right now, under this, the people mourn when the wicked are in rulership. And also the next verse, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. Being in this wise counsel, we are in a state of mourning, because we realize how fucked up this shit is, and how twisted and corrupt the rulership that is currently in charge is, and they fucking up the whole world, especially us, knowing so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans what type of state we will be in, and what we're going to inherit, but where we're currently at. We gotta finish this last round of hell here in Babylon the Great America to get to the kingdom of heaven that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai has promised his people. Because this place is straight hell. You can't send your kids to school without worrying that they gonna get shot up at class, or some crazy shit finna go down. This is every day out here. Baruch 4 verse 31. Miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoiced at thy fall. Miserable are the cities which thy children served. Miserable is she that received thy sons. And that's real talk. The elder was going into I'm a truck driver, and this lesson he was going into if the trucking stopped. That's just one of the many plagues that the Lord, could use, or tools the Lord could use to plague Babylon the Great America. But as a truck driver, you go to these cities, man. This place, I was in Kansas City this day. These cities are miserable, and you wouldn't even expect a city like Denver, Colorado, which is a very affluent city, to have shootings like this. But it shows you that this place, America, the mirth is draining, and it's quickly and more each day, each month, each year that goes by. This place, all the happy fun time and high spirits and joy of Babylon the Great America that rejoiced at the downfall of the children of Israel, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, is now being turned into rapid gloom and misery. And even 2/3 of our people that are joined unto this system, they gonna catch that hell too. They gonna catch that gloom and misery as well. Lord willing, we don't be of that number and get saved out of this hell sooner than later. I hope this was edifying. Shalom.